Do you wake up in the morning, put your feet down on the floor, and your heels really hurt? Well, today we're going to talk about plantar fasciitis, and we're going to show you how to get rid of it in days, not weeks to months. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe down below, leave comments, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back to the Muscle Repair Shop. My name is Butch Phelps, and today I'm joined by my wife, Susan.
Hi.
And we're going to talk about plantar fasciitis. Now, this is the last of the 4 in this series, and we're coming out with a book, hopefully the beginning of 2024, that'll answer many of the questions that we're trying to answer on these videos as well. So we'll keep you in tune with that.
Right,
but today,
so we'll have the book.
Yes.
We'll have the videos. You've got the website.
And the newsletter.
And the newsletter.
So you can sign up for that on the website as well.
Yeah.
But today we're going to get started with what's known as plantar fasciitis. So Susan, talk to me about
plantar fasciitis. It's just a fancy word for heel pain.
That's exactly right.
Heel pain. And when you have heel pain, it feels like you stepped on a hot poker. Exactly. Especially when you get out of bed.
Yes, and so now what we're talking about is, where does it hurt? Remember the 4 things. Where does it hurt? When does it hurt? What was I doing before? And why did those other treatments fail? So in this case, number 1, where does it hurt is in the heel.
Right.
So when does it hurt?
Usually first thing in the morning or after sitting for a long period of time, when you start to move and put your foot on the floor. You always start with your heels, right?
That's true.
And so that's when it hurts.
So here's the thing to think about that. And this is true in almost every case. What happens is that when you're laying in bed, the foot can be at a position to where it's almost pointing away from you. And that's keeping the calf muscles in a loose state. In other words, it's not putting tension there. Once you step down on the floor and the ankle bends to 90 degrees, now you're putting the calf muscles into a more tense state. Now, it's called plantar fasciitis because it's named after what's called the plantar fascia muscle, which is the arch muscle in the bottom of your foot, right down into here. And it does get hard and it does get tight. But because the calf muscles get tight, that leads to the pain happening here, not the other way around. So when we get into working with this here, you want to stretch out. There's 4 calf muscles here, and you want to stretch all 4 of those calf muscles out. But you also want to use your fingers on the arch of your foot here, and you can start easily just coming in. Don't just rub on them because that's not a massage, but you're going to press and see if there's any painful spots there. And if there is, stay there, maintain the pressure. You're not going to push it out, but allow that pain to subside.
So then we know where it hurts. We know, where the origin of the pain is.
Right.
And so
what were you doing? What were you doing before?
What was I doing? Well, I was sedentary.
Yes.
Sleeping or sedentary. Maybe the day before I was wearing the wrong shoes.
That's possible, yes.
Maybe the day before I was just walking too much.
That is exactly it. And so a lot of times the plantar fasciitis is started by walking. It could be started by running. Most importantly, it could be started by the shoes that you wear. What happens there? Because 99% of the people around us have never truly stretched their calves correctly, because again, if you lean against the wall, step off of a slant board, or step off of a step, you've stretched your Achilles tendon. You really have 4 calf muscles back here. And so what happens is people will start to walk. Typically, we want to walk good walking shoes, correct? And so good walking shoes, they have what? Arch supports, heel supports, thick sole. Well, the thing to keep in mind is that the arch support prevents the arch from flexing, absorbing the impact to the ground. The heel supports will actually cause you to walk heel toe, and I realize most people believe that's the correct way to walk. And finally, the thicker sole prevents the ankle from bending. Keep in mind, in each foot you have 33 joints and 29 muscles, but the ankle has to bend so the joints can work.
And that's why you are a big fan of the minimalistic shoe, like the zero shoes.
Or going barefoot, either one.
Barefoot. All
Because what we want is we want the ankle to bend beyond 90 degrees.
Right.
Now, when it doesn't do that, the muscles in the calf and the muscles in the feet will start to tighten on you. And then when you step down, when you get it too tight, there's too much strain back here, causing pain at the heel.
Okay. So, Butch, there are people that I have seen that have used boots to take care of their plantar fasciitis, or orthotics.
Right.
Or they freeze a bottle of water and they sit on the chair and roll that bottle of water on the bottom of their foot. And that might relieve some pain, right?
Yes.
Just for a minute, because the cold
it does.
relieves pain.
Right.
But they don't work. Those things don't work.
So as we said into what were you doing before and where does it hurt, the same thing goes back to why most treatments don't really work, or they take months to make them work, weeks to months. Yeah. So if you wear something like a boot, keep in mind nothing's torn, nothing's broken. What it does is it prevents the ankle from bending beyond the 90 degrees, and although it stops the pain temporarily, what's going to happen wearing that boot is that the muscles on the front of your thighs, the quads, have to do more work, which may wind up leading you to low back pain from that. When you get into orthotics, which I know a lot of people wear those, think of that as a cast on the bottom of your foot. Again, it doesn't allow the arch muscle to flex the way it's supposed to. That's the shock absorbers of the human body, so it impacts the impact to the ground, and it prevents the foot from being able to bend the way it's supposed to bend. Now, the water bottle, freezing it and rolling it on your foot, I get that in the sense that the cold water bottle actually reduces some of the inflammation. And the problem is that the rolling on the bottom of the foot is not getting the arch to release the way you want it to, because the brain has to work with you to be able to do that. Okay, so let's show you a quick and easy way to stop this plantar fasciitis. So Susan, bring one leg out in front of you here. Take this around the ball of your foot. You're not going to use your leg muscles. You want to make sure the body is at 90 degrees to the legs. And you're going to gently pull the toes back as you exhale. And you're only going to hold this for about 5 seconds. And then you're going to release that. Now, you don't want to pull so hard that your heel comes up off the floor, because now you're doing a bicep curl and this is not going to stretch your calves. But you're going to do this 10 times, so you're showing the brain that it's safe. You're going to feel the stretch up behind the back of the knee here. Once you're done, you're going to roll the leg over to the inside, and you're going to do it 10 more times. Same thing, breathe out, 5-second hold. Then roll the foot over to the outside and repeat that stretch one more time, because that's going to open up all 4 calf muscles in the bottom.
One more time, but 10 reps.
Right, that is true. Now, once you're done with that, now you can slide this off, bend the knee, use your thumbs here on the bottom of your foot, let's move that so they can see, and then what you're going to do is gently press, not hard, because we're not pushing it out, okay? You notice how she was grabbing it pretty hard there, and then breathe out and just allow that to let go. Now, not every spot's going to hurt, but when you find one that is a little tender, don't increase the pressure, breathe out, and allow the muscle to release.
The other night I was on the table and I was doing my calf stretches, because I get cramps at night if I don't do calf stretches before I go to bed. And I was tired, and I was trying really hard to keep my back at 90 degrees, and I was just fading fast. And so Butch said, all right, come sit down, put the ottoman in front of you, and use the couch as the support. So I got myself in position, and I guess I was probably leaning back a little bit. Yeah. And I didn't feel the same kind of stretch. And I said, this isn't working. All I had to do was lean forward a little bit, and that stretch came right back, just as if I was sitting up straight,
right,
back against the wall, or in a straight back chair.
That is true.
So these little shifts and little details, I'm still learning, folks. But basically, if you catch the book when it comes out. Watch the videos, make comments, and ask questions. You can take care of this on your own without any orthotics, boots, or ice bottles.
Okay, so if you need more help in this, I've got a video. We're putting in a link in the description so you can see the video of how to do this at home. And like Susan said, this will be coming out in a book. It's going to be many other things. We're going to talk about all parts of the body as well in the book. And we'll keep you abreast of when that's going to come out as well. But in the meantime, make sure you subscribe down below. Leave any comments, because I love to reply to your comments. And don't forget to share with your friends if you know someone this can help. Until next time, see ya.
Bye-bye.